Have you decided to make few renovations in your home and you realize that you're going to need a bit of help and accordingly started searching for the possible services which are professionals and describe their work as an interior designer or otherwise described as an interior decorators? Suddenly you are faced with new questions, namely what's the difference between interior designer and decorators, and more importantly which one I do need. Hi, I'm 𝐒𝐍𝐿𝐼𝐻. I am an interior designer, consultant and expert, and I will clear all your doubts regarding what is the difference between interior designer and decorator. So please watch this video till end. Interior design and interior decorating are often mistaken as the same thing, but the terms are not completely similar. As you decide which kind of help you need when planning changes in your home, it will help to understand the difference between professional designers and decorators in terms of their education, services and their clientele. So let's now understand the difference from this chart. So let's understand first from the education of interior designer. Interior designer is a professional that requires a specific schooling and formal training. Their work usually includes studying colors and fabric and computer aided design, that is called as a CAD training, drawing or space planning, furniture design, architecture and more. So now let's check the education of interior decorator. To practice professionally, interior decorators aren't required to have a formal training because they focus primarily on the aesthetic and don't participate in the renovations or structural planning. A decorator comes into the picture after the structural planning and execution are completed to focus on the surface look of the space. So now let's look into the services, means we can say what they do in terms of the interior designer. Designers are comfortable with planning and can help design and renovate interiors, from drawing up the initial floor plans to placing the last decorative accent. Designers don't just enhance the look, they also enhance the function of the room. So now let's look into the services of the interior decorator, or we can say what they do basically. So good decorators are skilled at coming into a room and giving it a visual shape. For new spaces, they can help client decide on the style, choose a color scheme, purchase furniture and accessorize. So now let's look into the clientele, or you can say who they work with in terms of the interior designer. Interior designers often work closely with architects and contractors to help achieve the look the client desires, whether that the client is designing a residential home, an office, a hotel or any other interior space. Now let's look into the clientele of interior decorators. Interior decorators don't generally work with any contractors or architects, since structural work is usually complete before they come on board. They do, however, work with furniture makers, upholsterers and other industrial professionals. Most often, they work directly with homeowners or business owners. So this was the difference between designer and decorator. Now let's highlight the next question: to whom we should hire. Basically, it depends on your needs. If structural changes are needed, such as removing a wall or moving a plumbing or wiring around or adding new windows, doors and more detailed work required, then generally an interior designer is the one only best and better choice. Designers can help plan for significant structural changes and help make them happen by working directly with architects and builders. But on the other hand, if there are no structural changes needed but you need an aesthetic help, like deciding on a style, choosing wallpaper, paint and furnishing, picking window treatments and choosing lighting and accessories, an interior decorator will probably do the trick. Experienced decorators know what works together and can transform a room to suit a client's need and desire. So in the end, However, choosing the right professional depends largely on the skills of a particular professional, not the job title. Hiring a professional begin with clearly understanding your own needs and look for a pro who has proven a reputation for meeting those needs, no matter what the job title is. Hope your all doubts has been cleared about interior designer and decorator. Also, if you're still not subscribed our channel, request you to please do that. So see you soon in the next video and have a happy interiors.